Just wanted to make a quick video. This morning I received an email from someone that I know, the Jehovah's Witnesses organization. I'm just gonna read what this email says. This Chris, I'm not witnessing to you. Just giving you a helpful piece of information that might be helpful to you without mentioning any names. I talked to our CEO yesterday about your situation and asked if there's any hope for ones like yourself. He said if you had a change of heart, all you needed to do was to approach an elder in your congregation, which I'm not in a congregation because I've disassociated, and let him know that you desire to return, which I do not desire to return at all. Of course, it would be great if you cleaned up your appearance beforehand, as that would go a long way with them and Jehovah. This is just a helpful bit of information that I think you might want if and when you decide to return. So, of course, this is something that is somewhat witnessing. But, I mean, as my appearance is right now, I don't see anything wrong with it, though. I don't see any need to clean myself up, and I have no desire whatsoever to return to that place. If there's any reason why he sent me this, I can't think of one, because I never wanted to return after leaving, but for whatever reason, they just decided to email me today, this morning. I felt kind of odd about reading it. It just kind of gives you those feelings of, what you used to know. As far as any desire to return, no, none whatsoever, especially not to talk to an elder. And as far as my situation, I made a video of that. I also sent them the video for why I left the organization. This is someone that I did spend a lot of time with while I was there. I learned a lot of skills from them. I don't make the rules for the place, and I have no desire to go back. The only thing that this shows me is that their system that they have, it does go both ways when it comes to, I guess, shunning a person completely. I did expect at least one of them to contact me and ask me if I was gonna come back to return, but I just have zero desire to do so. My current situation, like one of those things where it's, either do something that completely goes against yourself, that would be by me going back, or I just stay out and just see what happens. Kind of feels like maybe they are concerned, but at the same time, they also do want the ones that left to come back, so it helps their propaganda. And I have no desire to support that propaganda either. I'm not in there anymore, so that makes me better. That's not at all how I feel about the situation. It's just, why use shunning and manipulation to get what you want, and then at the end of the day call it love when you absolutely know that it's not? No loving God would do this to someone. It's something completely right out of a cult, because that's what it is. Why not look at that and, why are so many people leaving from that place? Why are so many people turning away from it, waking up, realizing that that's not natural. That's not a normal, sane thing to do to anyone. Instead, we need to take the insane route and decide to shun people away, make them feel vulnerable, make them feel that they have no place to go, make them feel that there's no other option but to return, and somehow that's supposed to be a loving life. Not at all in any way. Complete emotional abuse and emotional manipulation. That's not directed towards the individual that sent me the email. That's just the organization in general. That is who I direct that at, because that's what they promote. That's how they see that the world should be. It's sad because when people do leave from a sheltered environment, they have no clue what to do. Oftentimes things do turn out going negative for them. There's nothing that they can do about it because they don't know. It's just a sad thing to know that most of the people that I knew in my life, being genuine about it, most of the people that I knew in my life, will never, probably never have a conversation with them again. I guess I do feel sad about that, but at the same time, there's nothing that I can do about it. This is what organization forces the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses forces people to go through just for them wanting to be themselves and live their lives. I don't wish to have any further contact with them for that reason, but to, just to make the situation clear, I have no desire to return to a place that promotes emotional abuse and promotes the inhumane act of shunning someone and cutting them off from their family. And the only way, it's definitely not normal, but the only way to have a conversation with them without them feeling scared about it is to go back to doing something that I don't believe in, I don't support, and I don't accept as a way of life. Because to me, that's just lying to myself and robbing myself of who I am. And maybe one day, I'll find people that appreciate me for me. That's the hope that I have anyway. But right now, this is just a situation that I'm in, just dealing with it the best way that I can. And I feel like no matter what I do, I'm gonna be damned by someone for it, one way or the other. I'd rather be damned for not supporting that way of life than going along with it, because there's no way that, as they claim, a loving God would choose to put someone through that and completely, tear someone down emotionally and mentally, continuously force propaganda. Basically, anyone who's not a part of it should be dead. That's just insanity to me. Where I stand on it, I'm sure I'll end up receiving emails from other people in the future. I don't care to return to a life that I know is a lie and that goes against my internal instincts, goes against what I think is right.